Have you ever stopped to think that you can multiply your money the same way banks do? Most people still believe that the bank is just keeping what they deposit. But this is one of the biggest illusions of the modern financial system. The bank doesn't keep your money, it uses it. It lends, invests, moves it around, and makes that same money generate profits you'll never see. While paying pennies in interest to those who deposit, it profits dozens of times more with the same amount. Think about it. If you deposit $10,000 and receive 0.5% per year, just $50, the bank takes that same money and lends it at 8%, earning $800. In other words, it earns 16 times more with your own money. The question is, why let only the bank get rich with what's yours? If you can also learn to do the same, like this video, and subscribe to the channel right now so you don't miss the next content. Each video brings strategies that can transform your financial life, teach you to multiply your money, and put you on the path to the freedom and independence you've always wanted. Don't let this opportunity pass. Imagine this. You deposit $10,000 in an account and receive only 0.5% per year. That is $50. Seems little, doesn't it? But here's the point that few stop to think about. The bank takes exactly that same money and lends it at 8% per year, generating $800 in profit. In other words, with your own money, the bank earns 16 times more than you receive. It's as if the money worked much more for them than for you. This example reveals a powerful lesson. Idle money doesn't create wealth, and the real secret is in knowing how to put your money to work intelligently, just like banks do. Think about it. If they can multiply your money 16 times without effort, why couldn't you apply the same principles in your favor? The first secret of banks is simple, but powerful. They never put all the money in one place. This strategy is known as the golden rule of multiplication. Instead of risking everything in a single investment, banks divide the money into 3 parts, each with a specific purpose. The first part goes to safe, low-risk investments. This money protects the capital and guarantees stability. Even if the market goes through turbulence, this part remains protected. The second part is destined for high-yield investments, where the risk is greater, but the profit potential also. This is where money really grows and multiplies, creating opportunities for significant gains that ordinary depositors hardly access. The third part is liquid reserves. This money is available for unexpected opportunities, such as unique offers or favorable market situations. Having liquid reserves allows you to act fast and take advantage of opportunities that arise suddenly, without depending on third parties or external credit. This strategic division allows banks to grow consistently and in a controlled manner. They maintain a balance between security, growth, and liquidity, ensuring that money never stops working. What this teaches us: most people keep all their money in one place, normally in checking account or savings, believing it's safe. Meanwhile, banks apply intelligent strategies to multiply every penny. Understanding and applying this logic is the first step to start making your money work for you. The second secret of banks is even more powerful. They never spend the profits. They only reinvest them continuously. This process is called the perpetual flow system. It works like this. All the money that generates profit is not withdrawn for consumption. It's put back into investments, multiplying again. This cycle creates a constant growth effect, where money works to generate more money indefinitely. Unlike most people who receive interest or returns and spend them immediately, banks keep capital in motion. This approach transforms small profits into great fortunes over time. Each reel that comes in is put into action to generate new gains, creating a practically infinite cycle of growth. The result is that while you leave your money idle, banks manage to increase their equity exponentially, using the same amount repeatedly in different operations. Understanding this principle is fundamental. The secret is not just in earning money, but in never stopping the reinvestment cycle. Whoever applies this logic correctly manages to multiply their capital continuously without depending on luck or large initial contributions. The third secret is a silent trap that affects the vast majority of people. Leaving money idle in checking account or savings creates a false sense of security. Each idle reel stops generating wealth. While it seems safe, it doesn't work, doesn't yield, doesn't grow. Banks know this and, at the same time, transform their own idle money into multiple sources of profit, lending, investing, and taking advantage of opportunities. The liquidity trap is dangerous because it generates comfort and illusion. Many believe that having money available at any time is synonymous with financial security, but in practice, this excessive liquidity prevents the real growth of equity. The lesson is clear: money that doesn't work loses opportunities to generate wealth. Those who want to grow financially need to learn to put their resources in motion, balancing security with intelligent investment, without leaving important amounts idle without purpose. The fourth secret of banks is one of the most important to understand how the financial system really works: the power of other people's money, also known as leverage. Banks build great financial empires using money that isn't theirs. Each loan they grant, each investment they make with clients' resources or from other institutions, is a way to multiply capital without needing large contributions of their own. This is the essence of leverage, using third-party resources strategically to generate profit. The difference between those who manage to grow financially and those who remain limited is in how debt is used. Most people see debt as something negative and dangerous, only for consumption, buying cars, clothes, or products that lose value over time. Banks, on the other hand, treat debt as an income generation tool, which allows creating new investments and increasing fortunes. The key point is intelligence in using debt. It should be directed to activate cash flow, generate more money than the amount paid in interest. It should be used for growth, not for immediate consumption. It allows expanding investment opportunities that otherwise would be inaccessible. Those who understand the power of leverage learn to multiply resources without depending only on their own capital, transforming other people's money into a tool to build equity, passive income, and financial freedom. The lesson is clear: you don't need to have a lot of money to grow. You need to know how to use available money, including other people's, intelligently. Applying this logic opens doors to opportunities that most people never perceive. Robert Kiyosaki presents a simple but extremely effective methodology based on the logic that banks use to multiply money. He calls this method the BCO system, which organizes income, expenses, and investments strategically. The system works in 3 steps. Block 20% of all your income to invest. The first step is to discipline yourself to always set aside a part of what you earn. Just as banks don't use all the capital at once, you also need to separate a portion of income exclusively to generate more money. This creates a solid investment base that grows over time. Control your spending impulses. The second step is to eliminate impulsive financial decisions. Most people spend without thinking, missing real growth opportunities. Controlling expenses means maintaining focus on objectives, prioritizing investments, and avoiding expenses that don't contribute to increasing equity. Optimize your investments and reinvest all profits. The third step is the most powerful: making money work continuously. All profit obtained should be reinvested, creating a constant growth cycle. This is the same principle that banks use with the perpetual flow system, never stopping the capital multiplication cycle. Following the BCO system, even those who start with little capital and add modest amounts regularly manage to build significant wealth over time. The logic is simple: discipline, strategy, and reinvestment. The secret is not in how much money you earn, but in how you manage it, multiply it, and keep it in constant motion. Applying the BCO system transforms small savings into great financial opportunities, preparing the path for independence and economic freedom. One of the biggest secrets of financial growth is realizing that you don't need to start with a lot of money to achieve great results. Robert Kiyosaki shows that even those who start with $1,000 and add $200 per month can accumulate more than $150,000 in 20 years if they apply the BCO system correctly. What makes the difference is not the initial amount, but discipline, consistency, and the right mindset. Each contribution, no matter how small it seems, is a step toward financial freedom. The important thing is to keep the investment cycle active, reinvesting profits, avoiding impulsive spending, and planning every move of your money. This is a powerful lesson. Don't wait to have a lot to start. Start now with what you have. Time is your ally. The sooner you start, the greater the effect of multiplying your capital. Financial growth is built with small but constant actions. Each intelligent decision, each disciplined investment, each reel put to work creates a cumulative effect that over the years completely transforms your life. Wealth is not a privilege of the few. It's a consequence of strategy, action, and patience. Starting today, even with little, is taking the first step to conquer independence, security, and financial freedom. Imagine two men, each with $50,000. Both have the same amount, but the fate of each will be completely different. The first man decides to do nothing. He leaves the money idle, thinking that way it's safe. But in practice, he loses opportunities every day. Each month that passes, the capital doesn't grow, doesn't generate profit, doesn't create freedom. He remains trapped in the same old logic, depending on salary and circumstances. The second man acts. He applies the principles of the BCO system, blocks part of income to invest, controls expenses, and reinvests all profits. His money starts to work, generating passive income. Over time, the initial capital stops being just a number in the account and transforms into a constant growth machine. He creates opportunities, freedom, and real security, something the first man will never have. The lesson is simple and powerful. It doesn't matter how much you have to start. What matters is what you do with what you have. Idle money is lost opportunity. Money in motion, applied with discipline and strategy, transforms lives. Whoever thinks like a bank, acts like a bank, and reinvests like a bank, multiplies their equity. Whoever waits and leaves money idle always remains limited. The difference between wealth and stagnation is in the decision to act today. Building wealth and financial freedom is not a quick or easy path. Many people start excited, but give up in face of difficulties or because they think money doesn't yield fast enough. This is exactly the point where most fail. Robert Kiyosaki teaches that consistency is more powerful than initial capital. It doesn't matter if you start with little money, if you're still learning, or if you made mistakes in the past. What makes the difference is continuing to apply the right principles, month after month, year after year. Each small action counts. Each reel invested, each decision to control expenses, each reinvestment is a seed planted for the future. Idle money generates nothing, but money that is put to work, even little by little, creates a cumulative effect that, over time, transforms into financial freedom. The path requires patience, discipline, and courage to continue, even when results are not yet visible. Those who persevere understand that great achievements don't come overnight, but from the sum of small actions done consistently and strategically. Don't give up. Each step counts. Each intelligent decision matters. Keep applying, keep learning, and never let fear or doubt paralyze your progress. Wealth and freedom are reserved for those who persist and act, even when everything seems difficult. Many people give up before even seeing real results. They think it's difficult, that it's not worth it, that starting small makes no difference. But the truth is that financial transformation doesn't depend on large sums or luck. It depends on persistence, discipline, and consistency. Each decision you make about your money matters. Each choice to invest, reinvest, save, learn something new about finances, or control expenses is a piece in the great puzzle of your future. At first, results may seem small, almost invisible. It's natural for anxiety to appear, but it's precisely at this moment that most people give up. The secret is to continue, even when it seems slow. Each consistent step creates a cumulative effect that, over time, transforms into freedom, security, and opportunities. It's as if each conscious action were a brick, building a road that leads to a future that seemed impossible to reach. You can start with little, make mistakes, learn, adjust, and continue. Each learning, each investment, each strategic decision adds up more than any isolated effort. Persistence transforms the minimum into extraordinary, and daily discipline builds what most will never have: financial independence and real control over one's own life. Don't let yourself be paralyzed by fear or doubt. Those who give up early only lose the time that could transform into exponential results. Those who continue, even slowly, who learn and apply, are creating a trajectory of success that no one can take away. The main point is this: wealth and freedom don't come from chance, but from constancy, from the courage to act, and from the determination to never give up, even when results don't yet appear. Many people believe that wealth is something distant, reserved only for those who were born in good conditions or had great opportunities. But the truth is that financial freedom is available to those who decide to act and persist, even starting small. What separates those who achieve results from those who remain stagnant is not initial capital, nor luck, nor intelligence, but rather the ability to continue to make conscious decisions every day. Each financial choice, no matter how small it seems, has impact. Saving part of what you earn, seeking knowledge about investments, controlling expenses, reinvesting profits. All of this are decisions that add up and create a powerful multiplier effect over time. Those who understand this realize that financial growth is not immediate, but is inevitable when there is discipline and consistency. The big mistake of most is giving up early. It's believing that immediate results are synonymous with success and not seeing them, abandoning efforts. But reality is that wealth doesn't emerge overnight. It's built through small actions repeated consistently. Each step, each strategic choice, each accumulated learning creates solid foundations that, in the future, become extraordinary opportunities. Persisting is transforming the vision about money and opportunities. It's realizing that each penny invested, each disciplined effort, is not just an expense or sacrifice, but a planted seed that, with patience, grows and generates fruits larger than one could imagine. The difference between those who always live with limitations and those who conquer financial freedom is in attitude. Those who win move forward, even when everything seems difficult, and learn to make money work in their favor. The persistence mindset transforms effort into results, fear into learning, small actions into great achievements. Never underestimate the power of continuity. Those who maintain focus, discipline, and courage transform what seemed impossible into tangible reality. Giving up never creates wealth. Acting with constancy does. If you're learning from this video and want to continue receiving content that can transform your financial life, click like now. This ensures you won't miss the next videos with practical strategies to multiply your money, create financial freedom, and think like a bank. Don't let this opportunity pass. Each video is one more step toward your independence and total control of your future. The difference between those who get rich and those who remain stagnant is not in luck, nor in initial capital, nor in great external opportunities. It's in mindset, in decisions, and in the consistency of daily actions. Thinking like a bank means understanding that each penny can work, generate profits, and create opportunities, while idle money only gives an illusory sense of security. Everything starts with discipline. Setting aside part of income to invest, controlling expenses, reinvesting all profits, and applying intelligent strategies, even with little money. The sum of these actions, repeated consistently, creates a powerful multiplier effect that transforms small savings into real financial freedom over time. The path requires patience, courage, and determination. There will be moments when results seem small or almost invisible, but it's precisely persistence, month after month, year after year, that builds equity and creates opportunities that most never reach. Those who give up early remain limited. Those who act with consistency transform what seems insufficient into extraordinary achievements. The message is clear. Wealth and freedom don't come from chance, but from the right mindset, from continuous action, and from the courage to never give up. Applying these principles in your life means putting your money to work, multiplying resources, and creating the future you want, without depending on luck, favors, or miracles. If this video made you reflect and you really want to change your financial life, click like, subscribe to the channel, and activate the bell so you don't miss the next videos with practical strategies to multiply your money. And more, share this video with someone who also needs to transform their own life. Each content is an opportunity to open paths to independence, freedom, and financial success. Don't keep this just to yourself. Let's go together.